the modern landscaping mistakes most homeowners make and how to fix them. Let me ask you something honest. You have spent money on your garden. Maybe a lot of money. You have bought plants, paving, furniture. Maybe even hired someone to do part of it. And yet something still feels off. It does not look quite like the gardens you see in magazines or on YouTube. It looks like a garden that happened, not a garden that was designed. Here is the truth nobody tells you. The problem is almost never the budget. It is almost never the plants. And it is definitely not your taste. It is a small set of very specific mistakes that most homeowners make without even realizing mistakes that quietly undermine every good decision you make. And once you see them, you cannot unsee them. Today on Modern Yard Lab, we are naming them. All of them. And more importantly, we are fixing them. Welcome back to Modern Yard Lab, the channel where we build gardens that look like serious money without spending it. If you are new here, hit subscribe right now and turn on the bell. Because what we do on this channel is different. No fluff, no filler. Just real design knowledge that makes a real difference in your outdoor space. Let's get into it. One planting without a focal point here is mistake number one, and it is the most common thing I see in residential gardens everywhere. Homeowners plant around the edges. Shrubs along the fence, flowers along the border, grass in the middle, and the garden ends up looking like a green frame with nothing inside it. Your eye enters the space and has nowhere to go. Every great garden, every single one has a focal point. One thing your eye lands on first, a feature wall, a large architectural plant, a sculpture, a fire bowl. Something that anchors the space and gives the eye a destination. The fix. Before you buy another plant stand at the point where you most often view your garden. From the kitchen window. From the back door. From the patio. Ask yourself, where does my eye go? If the answer is nowhere, that is where your focal point needs to be. Build or place one thing there first. Then plant around it. Drop a 1 in the comments if you have never thought about your garden this way before. I want to know how many of us are starting from the same place. 2. Mixing too many materials. Mistake number 2, and this one costs people thousands of dollars without them realizing it. They use gray concrete paving on the patio. Then terracotta tiles near the back door. Then timber decking further down. Then gravel in the garden beds. Then brick edging along the path. Every material chosen individually seemed fine. Together they create a garden that looks restless, busy, and unresolved. Professional gardens look expensive because they use fewer materials, not more. 2 materials maximum. 3 if you are confident. And every material should have a conversation with the others. The fix. Choose one primary hard material, your paving, your wall render, your decking. Then choose one accent material, your edging, your shelf timber, your planter finish. Let those 2 materials do all the work. Remove everything else. The restraint is what creates the luxury. Tell me in the comments how many different materials are currently in your garden. Be honest. I have seen 6. I have seen 8. You are not alone. 3. Lighting that floods instead of sculpts. Mistake 3, and this one is painful because it ruins gardens after dark that look beautiful during the day. Most homeowners buy floodlights or security-style garden lights and point them outward across the garden. The entire space gets washed in flat, bright light and looks exactly like a car park. Professional garden lighting does the opposite. It sculpts. It picks out one wall. It grazes one textured surface. It traces the edge of one path. It creates shadow, not just light, and the shadow is where the drama lives. The fix. Remove every floodlight from your garden. Replace them with 3 things only. Ground-level recessed lead strip along your pathway edges in warm 2700K. a single uplight positioned at the base of your focal point plant or feature wall, and a warm hanging or pendant source over your seating area. That is it. Warm, low, directional always. Does your garden currently have floodlight-style lighting? Yes or no in the comments. And tell me if you have ever tried warm directional lighting and noticed the difference. Those comments always generate the best conversation on this channel. Psych 4 furniture that fights the garden mistake 4, and this one is the most fixable of everything on today's list. Most homeowners choose garden furniture the same way they choose indoor furniture, based on comfort first, look second, and without any consideration for how it sits within the material language of the garden around it. So you end up with a rattan sectional sofa next to a sleek charcoal rendered wall, or a bright white aluminum table next to warm timber decking. The furniture is fine on its own, but it fights everything around it. The fix: your furniture finish should pull from the same palette as your garden's hard materials. Dark garden, dark furniture. Warm timber garden, warm toned furniture. The pieces do not need to match. They need to belong. One question to ask before every furniture purchase: if I photographed this piece in my garden, would it look like it was designed to be there? What is your current garden furniture finish, and does it belong? Drop it in the comments. I want to see the full range of answers. Mistake 5, ignoring the vertical plane mistake 5, and this is the one that separates genuinely designed gardens from gardens that just happened. Most homeowners treat the garden as a flat horizontal surface. They think about what goes on the ground: the paving, the lawn, the garden beds, and they completely ignore the vertical plane, the walls, the fences, the screens, the overhead structures. But look at any professionally designed garden, and the vertical plane is where the real design work happens. The rendered feature wall, the Core 10 steel screen, the climbing plants on a tensioned wire system, the suspended timber batten ceiling overhead. These vertical and overhead elements are what create the sense of an outdoor room rather than just an outdoor area. The fix: walk into your garden and look up and sideways, not down. What do you see? Bare fence panels? Bare walls? Exposed fence posts? That is your opportunity. One vertical feature: a rendered wall, a climbing frame. A tensioned screen transforms the spatial quality of your garden more than anything you could put on the ground. This is exactly the kind of thinking we build on Modern Yard Lab every single week. And if you are not subscribed yet, this is the moment. Hit that button right now, because the next video on this channel goes even deeper into vertical garden design, and you are not going to want to miss it. 5 mistakes. Every single one of them fixable. And none of them requiring a big budget, just a different way of seeing your space. No focal point, build one before you plant anything else. Too many materials, reduce to 2, and let restraint do the work. Flat floodlighting, go warm, low, and directional. Furniture that fights, choose pieces that belong, not just pieces that look good alone. Ignoring the vertical look up and sideways, and treat your walls and fences as design opportunities. Here is your challenge for this week. Go into your garden right now, or as soon as you finish watching, and identify which of these 5 mistakes is costing you the most. Then drop the number in the comments. 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. And if you want me to help you figure out the exact fix for your specific situation, describe your garden in the comments and I will personally respond. That is the thing about this community. We do not just watch videos here. We actually build things. We actually improve our spaces. And we hold each other accountable to do it. If today gave you even one idea that changes how you see your garden, please share this video with one person who needs it. That one share means everything to this channel and to every person watching. Subscribe, hit the bell, and I will see you in the next one. Modern Yard Lab. Now go fix something.